Okay, disassembly of Suzuki 1200 Bandit 1997 clutch. The first step, of course, is drain the oil and take the filter off. You may as well do a full oil change. After that, you're going to have to remove this big cover here, which has 9 bolts. They're all M6 bolts. They're not the same length. There is one at 35 millimeters long that lives here, and 2 that are 30 millimeters long with little rubber washers on them that lives here. The remaining 6 are all 25 millimeters long. So don't forget which goes where. After you take out the bolts, you're going to want to ease the cover off and hopefully not wreck the gasket. So I recommend yon big soft hammer here. Tap the top, and with a little bit of luck the cover will come off for you perfectly, leaving the gasket intact. So after the clutch cover comes off with 9 screws, you use an internal circlip remover. I've removed it here. You take the circlip away, and then we have a clutch pressure plate lifter, this device, which comes off the shaft. You'll notice a washer fell out because it's the first thing up against the lifter. And coming out, we have a washer on the outside and a bearing on the inside. After the thrust washer and the bearing, it's time to pull out the clutch push piece. And after the push piece, you have to pull out the push pin using a magnetic tool to extract it. Okay, picking up again on the clutch disassembly. Normally the push rod would come back out of this hole, and you have to use a magnetic tool like I showed in the last movie. You don't really have to take it out. According to the online stuff, you can leave it in there. It's only shown in the manual as needing to be removed because that's a manual for total disassembly. So now we're going to block the wheel with a big 2-inch dowel. The wheel's going to try to rotate forward when I take the clutch hub nut off. So leaving the bike in gear and up on a jack with the rear wheel elevated, I take the trusty impact driver in the counterclockwise case and take this nut off. As you can see, I did it. The flange on the nut, when it goes back on, by the way, the flange is out. And now we have a simple washer, referred to as a lock washer in the manual, although it isn't really, other than the fact that it's domed. It isn't really a flat washer, it's convex. And the high side rises on the outside toward you. So use a couple of dental picks, whatever, pull it out, and that comes off. And then 3 screws on the clutch diaphragm spring holder. There's one still in there, just for demonstration. Take it out and pull out the holder. Let's take out the clutch springs. There are 2 of them in here, domed, stacked as you can see, one on top of the other. We'll be replacing these later. After that comes the pressure plate and the clutch spring seat, the little steel ring you can see at the bottom, down at the bottom of the pressure plate. And the last step is to take out all the plates, friction plates and steels. There are 10 friction plates, 9 steels. Oh, that's it. Now it's time to get new parts and put it back together.